Let's rank my entire collection of my Cosmic Beauty eyeshadow palettes. Number 10 spot is the Sinister palette. The reason this is a number 10 is just strictly because I haven't had time to really play with it enough yet, but it is super beautiful. Number 9 is my Delicious Delights palette. Once upon a time, this probably would have been, I want to say, in my top 3. My preferences in makeup have just changed, and that's just where this one lands now, but it is super colorful, super beautiful. And number 8 is the Neutrals palette, which came out this year. It's just a really pretty neutral palette. I actually thought this one would have ranked a lot higher than it did, but there's been some really pretty color stories that come from Cosmic Beauty. So number 8 is Neutrals. Number 7 is this holiday's 'Tis the Season palette. Much like the Sinister palette, I just haven't had enough time to really play with this one more, but this speaks to my holiday loving soul. It is so beautiful, and I can't wait to play with it some more. Number 6 is Cool Trolls, and out of this one and Neutrals, I definitely thought Neutrals was going to be my favorite between the two, but after swatching and using this one, it's just such a beautiful cool tone palette, and I love it. You get your neutral tones, but you also get pops of blue, which I love blue eyeshadow, so this is just, it's beautiful. Number 4 is Serenity, which I feel like this palette put a lot of people onto the brand, and it's for good reason. It's beautiful. It's one of the older ones that I have in my collection, and it still holds quite a high rank. Number 3 was my first palette from the brand ever. I did purchase this one myself. The rest of them have been generously gifted to me by the brand, but this one is what started my love for them, and that is the Muse palette. I can't put into words how beautiful this color story is, and the fact that it's not number 1 tells you a lot about number 2 and number 1, because it's so beautiful, and I definitely need to pull this out again because I'm feeling very inspired looking at these colors right now. Number 2 is, of course, the Undergrowth palette. This came out this year, and it is just a beautiful grungy green dream. I am obsessed with this color story. I think it is so beautiful. And that leaves number 1, of course, is the Winter Wonderland palette, which came out last year around this time, and I immediately fell in love with this color story. It's so beautiful. I am obsessed with teals, blues, and purples, so this is just a no-brainer to me, and it's going into its second year of being my number 1 favorite.